Alright, so we are here for yet another Yap Session video. I've been doing a couple of these lately. I think the last one was the worldwide one. I don't know how often I'm actually gonna like sit here and just talk for a video, but it's kind of fun. I hope you guys don't mind them. If you do, my fault. But it is August 8th today. I think this video is gonna go up on the 10th. As of August 8th, they just dropped the final episode of Dragon Ball Heroes. It was for Meteor Mission, I think it's called. That shit was garbage. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know why they went. I'm assuming they went to the 3D animation because their animators were busy working on Daima or something. But I don't know why they kept the 3D animation. They just kept the arcade game models. They didn't even use like the anime sound effects. They just use like sound effects from the game, which are like extremely like bit crushed and low quality. I don't know. Meteor Mission. The animation's been pretty bad. The manga's been fine though. And of course, the game has been releasing some cards, but I feel like they haven't done like a ton of original stuff in Meteor Mission. Like, there's no like off-the-wall bonkers stuff besides like I guess like Ozoto, but he was in that one arcade game, and I guess he just like turns into other villains or something. But obviously, as you know, at least used to, Dokkan used to get a yearly Dragon Ball Heroes celebration every year. Obviously, last year. Example being like Limit Breaker Vegito and Super Saiyan 3 Rose Crimson Mass Saiyan. That was last year, and every year in November they would drop like a banner with like 5, 6, 7 units, and it would just be like, here you go, have these hero characters. Their quality varied. Last year's was actually really good. 2022 had probably the worst heroes lineup ever. Not in terms of characters. The characters were cool. We had the Limit Breakers, Hearts. Obviously, we had the Glorious King, Golden Metal Cooler. Like, the lineup was pretty good. Oh, yeah, and we had Janemba. I forgot about Janemba, but the lineup of characters was good. It's just most of them sucked. So, especially the Limit Breakers. The Limit Breakers were terrible. But, yeah. So, there is a chance that we could have one more collab. And though I'm not sure if we are going to have the last collab, because they brought back one of the story events permanently on Global, I would like to cope. I'm going to cope, alright? And before I actually start talking about this, but like, gigantic, bigger cope is that once Heroes ends, it's going to be easier to get the rights for these guys, and they start actually doing the Dokkan Fest and LRs that have been saying they do in surveys for like years now. Which I know is like insane copium, but it's not. I'm here to tell you right now, it's not happening. But that would be funny, I think. So, I mean, today's just like going over all the characters that they could have done or they could do in the last collab this year, and we're gonna end it off with some LR ideas as well. Cause I don't know, I just like talking about heroes. I like heroes in general. Besides like the recent anime episodes, those were kind of ass. But besides that, I like heroes. I like the card game, or what I see of the card game, because I can't play it obviously, and I like the manga and stuff. But yeah, that's literally the entire video. So I'm gonna stop holding you on. We're gonna do this. The first character. So this is gonna start out with characters I think could be TURs, and then it's gonna go into characters I think could be LRs, basically. And this is gonna be mostly focused on new characters that we don't have yet. So like, no like Rose 3 specifically. I say specifically. You'll see why later. Like no God Trunks, no Hearts, because we already have like those guys. But yeah. First character. This one wasn't in the anime, so you guys might not be familiar with this one. But Super Saiyan 3 Mass Saiyan, which obviously is Bardock. Now y'all should know I'm here for any Bardock units. Like any Bardock units released, like give me every single Bardock unit you can, bro. And I just think the Mass Saiyan design in general is so sick, and then like Super Saiyan 3, just like the hair and shit goes. I feel like Super Saiyan 3 really like fits Mass Saiyans really well. This one was in the manga, so what happened with this is that Bardock was in perfect control of himself while he had this mask on, but it was because it was broken. But he just used the mask to get more power, to be able to. I believe he was fighting the Dark Mask King, this guy right here, the Int guy. I believe he was fighting him. I could be wrong. I haven't read the arc in a while, but again, just Mass Bardock is cool. not much to really say about this. I think this guy could be like a banner unit to you, or I mean, you could start him out as like base Xenobardock and have him be like a quote-unquote transformation unit where he goes into this. I mean, you could do that. This guy probably would just be like a regular SSR on the banner or something like that. But yeah. Also, forgot to mention, but this video is mostly focused on like the characters that appeared in the story, like the story of the game. So it's basically starting from Super Dragon Ball Heroes, not original Dragon Ball Heroes. But yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 Masked Saiyan, kind of like basic, but I think he'd be a good pick. Next up, this is a character that we've been missing for a while that I know a lot of people would like. Kaioken Blue Vegito. I honestly am surprised that back when they were doing the Prison Planet stuff, back when it was 2019 when Cumber, Few, and Golden Cooler were out, and then later in 2020 we got Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. They never released this guy, which I find incredibly strange because, dude, they have to realize how much money this would make. This would make insane money, I think. Like, any fusion on any Heroes banner would go crazy, but I guess my theory is that he's not, like, super different enough from the regular Vegito Blue, but still, I think they could definitely release a Kaioken Vegito Blue. I mean, he could start out as Blue Kaioken Vegito, so he doesn't have to share the name with any other Vegito characters, and he could be a good buff for, like, Fuse Fighters and stuff. And this would also help you. This could also, I guess, like flesh out like a whole standalone Vegito team, unless you count like Candy Vegito. But again, this would be like a very, very popular character, and I know he appeared again in Meteor Mission at one point but he was in the like the normal outfit. But I kind of like the Capsule Core outfit better, so I do kind of hope he has this. As for like, and in the arcade game, his super attack is the warp final Kamehameha. So it's like what Goku did against Cell. Like the instant transmission Kamehameha, but it's a final Kamehameha, which I think is kind of cool. That could be like a super attack, that could be like an active skill or something like that. Kaioken Blue Vegito would basically be a very good pick if they want to make money, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Next, we have the Mecha Merge Zamasu. So interesting thing about this guy is that he suffers from like the Dokkan name epidemic. What I mean when I say that is that, well, in Heroes, the corrupt Zamasu is named Fusion Zamasu, half corrupted. But in Heroes, this Zamasu is literally just named Merge Zamasu. Like, no, like, Mecha Merge, no Neo Merge Zamasu, no Zeno Merge Zamasu, it's just Merge Zamasu. Which is the one reason why I'm hesitant about getting this guy, because he would just have the same name as all the other Merge Zamasus. So, but, I don't know, I just really like his design. And honestly, in the arcade game, his super attack is just the Holy Wrath. So maybe that's why they wouldn't release this guy. Just because, again, same name. He has like the same super attack as like the Int LR Fusion Zamasu has. But I just think his design is cool. And I mean, Zamasu's a decently popular character. I mean, Goku Black is more popular than Zamasu for sure. But I think Zamasu could still sell for sure. Especially in this design. I think a lot of people like this design. I know there's some people that really like this design. I like the ripped sleeve he has there. That's where his corrupted arm was. I think this is like him patching up his corrupted form, which is kind of cool. But I don't really know. This seems more like it'd be like a banner unit than like a Dokkan Fest or an LR. I think this would definitely be a banner unit for like maybe another Hearts or something. But yeah. Next, Grand Priest Ultra Instinct Goku. This is another character that in Heroes that a lot of people want, just because of people really like the outfit on Goku. I personally don't really think it fits Goku that well, but I don't mind it. Like, and plus it's still Ultra Instinct Goku. Like, Ultra Instinct Goku is still sick as fuck. So this guy could definitely be a Dokkan Fest for sure. I guess he could be an LR, but I kind of envision this guy more as a Dokkan Fest. But like, Grand Priest UI Goku would definitely be a very popular candidate to be a character for like a Heroes Dokkan Fest or something. And plus it'd make a lot of money because it's Ultra Instinct Goku. And I actually forget what his super attack is in the arcade game. I believe it's the what is it called? Isn't it just the Kamehameha he does against Kefla, I think? So maybe they would give him some stuff from the anime. For sure. They could give him like an intro from when, like, the little scene where he arrives, and he also like punches Orin out of Vegeta. That could be like That could be like part of a super attack where it just like punches the enemy really hard. Obviously, it wouldn't like punch a person out of them because they're not all possessed, but they could add that as like choreography to the super attack. And I mean, this guy is just gonna make a lot of money. There's not much I can say about this guy because this is not like one of the things I remember the most. But I mean, people want. I remember when 2022 Heroes came around and people saw Grand Priest base Goku on the story event image. Everyone thought we were going to get like an LR Grand Priest Goku, UI Goku, but we didn't. And so I think, yeah, definitely a lot of people would want that. Next, we're skipping ahead an arc, but listen, listen. First off, they would probably be honest, but hear me out. Listen, I'm in my mind, alright, I'm envisioning a Metal Cooler and Final Form Frieza that go into Golden, and then they transform into this form. I think I'd be like the only person that summons on that, but like I think I see that should be a Dokkan Fest. Personally, I think. But I mean, you asked me if Cooler's sperm should be a Dokkan Fest. Yes, I would say yes. Like, but anyway. I mean, they're kind of like cool. They're kind of like the Berserk possessed versions of them. Because in Heroes, there's like a bunch of Majin characters. And it's not like in the story, so that's why I didn't include them. But strangely enough, Frieza and Cooler never got Majin characters. I wonder if it's because like they're too evil to be possessed by Babidi. Like they're just like that evil. But then again, I'm pretty sure there's a Majin Janemba who's literally the embodiment of evil. So I have no idea. But I mean, they have some decent stuff from the anime they could pull from. And if not, they could just pull stuff from like the regular Golden Metal Cooler, and like some stuff from the Golden Frieza, from like the show, like Super. They could do that, and then Golden Metal Cooler has like some stuff from the Cumber fight that they could use if they don't want to give him a separate unit, which I would also be totally fine with. In fact, I would prefer that because I think that the Golden Metal Cooler that fought Cumber is the best version of Golden Metal Cooler, and that's the one we got, thankfully. But anyway, I think this could be a cool duo unit, and if not, they could just be banner units. Or maybe just Cooler's a banner unit, or maybe just Frieza's a banner unit. Or maybe they have like a unit super... They could have like a unit super attack if they were banner units. Like, if we got like a banner unit Golden Frieza Zeno, if you had like the AGL Golden Metal Cooler on turn with him, he would do a unit super attack where he's like this. Or they could have it the other way around, I don't know. But, and then this would also help Golden Metal Cooler a lot too, because this would make him activate his Wicked Bloodline links. See, now I kind of hope they're separate, because then this guy would basically have the same link set as Golden Metal Cooler, the AGL one, which obviously would be really good for that Golden Metal Cooler, because he cannot get his link active on that team. But I mean, yeah, I think again, not a ton of people would want this, but this is just something I would want, and I mean, this is my video. Fuck you. Next, this is Rose 2 Crimson Mask Saiyan. Now, this guy's probably just going to be banner unit, and plus we already have the transforming Rose 3 into full power Crimson Mask Saiyan. But this is just my personal favorite design of Crimson Mask Saiyan. Just the hair, the Super Saiyan 2 hair with the pink color, I think goes so well with, like, the mask design. I think this design, like, flows the best for me. That's why this is my favorite design. In terms of, like, his super... I know in the arcade game, his super is literally just a recolored Holy Wrath, so he doesn't have a ton of material, but in the anime, in one of the promotional trailers, he does use a scythe attack, and in the arcade game, the regular Rose uses a scythe attack, so, or the regular Rose Crimson Mask Saiyan, not like Goku Black Rose, like Crimson Mask Saiyan Rose. So they could do something with that. There's like some little punching and kicking he does against the warrior in black. But he does kind of transform before he really does anything in this form. But, again, this is just another one where it's just like, I put this in because this is what I want. So, yeah, I put him in there. This might be a bit of a quicker one than the last time, because I don't really have so much to say like last time. But, we have this Dogi Dogi Absorb Few that was at the end of Big Bang Mission. By the way, yes, I did skip a character, but you'll see him later. If you know who I'm talking about, you know. But... this is like the Few after he absorbed Dogi Dogi, which is like the evil Toki Toki, which is like a time bird. I don't really understand that much, but I mean, and this is not my favorite form of Few. Easily my favorite form, like design of Few is Dark King Few. To specify is this Few right here. I think this is the best design of Few. This Dark King Few, I think this is the coolest one. But I mean, this is like the final boss of Big Bang Mission, so I mean, he would probably get like a Dokkan Fest or like a banner unit at least. Dokkan Fest, I don't know, because even though he is the final boss, number one, this is a Heroes character, number two, he's not that hype. Like, Crimson Mask Saiyan, I could see getting a Dokkan Fest because he's Goku Black. A lot of people would summon for him, but few, I'm not sure. I think he'd just be a banner unit to like another unit, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, he defuses the Gogetas, I guess, and he like absorbs the universe tree energy. Again, I just included him because he's the final boss. This is a bad string of characters. No, this is a good one. Next we have Aios. So if she looks familiar, it's because she's a Supreme Kai of Time, just like Chronoa. She has similar powers, but she was actually partially an antagonist in the Ultra God Mission series. She has some pretty similar things to Chronoa, but I think her design is really cool, and I think she could be a great banner unit. Especially if they do the same format they did last year, where they dropped like 5 different characters. Because last year we didn't get any like original characters. We just got Vegito, Broly, Crimson, Vegeta, and then Dark King Few. Well, I guess Few is technically an original character, but we already had a Few. We already had a couple Fews in the game. Not a couple. We had one. It was the Int one, but his SSR was his base Few. So that's why I said couple, because technically the base one is also in the game. But I mean, if they just want to like toss her in as like the free unit or like the banner, like a banner unit to represent the original character, I think she could do pretty cool. She does some pretty cool stuff in the anime. I remember when she was fighting Yuuhei Goku, she had like a little like, not like a maze, but there was like a little minefield of like purple blast that she could use. I think that could make for a pretty cool super attack. She has like a cool like time judgment thing in the arcade game, with like a little blast from like that clock thing. I mean, that would be cool, I think. Oh, the next is one this is like one of my most wanted ones out of this whole list. We already have a Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, but technically this would be Super Saiyan 3 Warrior in Black, Dark Dragon Ball's power absorbed. But, this fit, like this Bardock outfit, this has to be a top 3 Bardock outfit. This is so hard, bro. This shit is so good. I literally... I mean, he would have a different name, and we'd have different attacks. But, like, look at this outfit. Like, you can't tell me this shit isn't hard, bro. This is hard. Bardock fucking... He got this shit on, bro. But, yeah. I think he'd be good. Because, number one, we have the fucking great Bardock drought. Let me turn down the music a little bit. We have the fucking great Bardock drought. We have just, like, shitty Bardock on top of shitty Bardock. We just need good Bardocks, basically. We don't have any good... We have, like, no good Bardocks in this game. We haven't had good Bardocks in this game for, like, years. I mean, even the AGL Bardock EZA sucks. Honestly, frankly, he sucks. But this guy could be, like, a good... If you make him, like, a decent, like, support or defensive unit, or even, like, a decent offensive unit that has, like, okay defense, I think he could definitely be... he could definitely fulfill that role. I think, like, if he, like, is satisfying in those areas... I think definitely he would definitely fill the role of, like, a good Bardock character. So, yeah. Next up, we have 2 characters I put in the same slot. Evil Saiyan Turles was actually introduced in Big Bang Mission. I did kind of skip him deliberately, but to put him with this guy. Now, if I were to be honest with you guys, if you had to tell me, if you had to ask me, Salted Ham, you had to put 2 Heroes characters, last 2 Heroes characters ever, but nobody else will care about your decision. If you told me, like, people would care about my decision, then, like, I'm not... Like, I'm getting death threats sent to me if I pick these 2. But if it was just me, I would pick these 2. I don't know. I'm a big Raditz fan as well. Super Saiyan 3 Raditz is just so, like, funny to me. But he's also kind of cool. Raditz is just kind of cool in general. And then Turles, I love Turles as well. Evil Saiyan Turles... I love the Evil Saiyan form on Turles. Probably because of how much I hate Cumber. But, like, now he's actually putting the form to good use because he's not garbage like Cumber is. But anyway, sorry to all 3 Cumber fans out there. But, yeah, this would be a cool... I would... If they made this a dual Dokkan Fest, again, I'd be the only one summoning, but I'd be fine with this. Which obviously is not going to happen, but they could definitely be... They could definitely be banner units because they have different names. I think they're different, probably different enough from their original counterparts, especially Evil Saiyan Turles. Evil Saiyan Turles has, like, a lot of different attacks that he does in the show. And then, I mean, Super Saiyan Raditz has, like, a little bit of stuff they could put in for him, too. But it's mostly Evil Saiyan Turles. I think Evil Saiyan Trolls is a lot more likely to get in than Raditz here. But again, I want these two to release at the same time. I want it to be Evil Saiyan Trolls Angel, because when he was fighting Raditz, he was Evil Saiyan Trolls Angel. He was an angel, because he died in Big Bang Mission when Crimson killed him. But, yeah. I'd probably be the only person hyped for these guys. I realize a lot of this video is just me talking about characters that probably nobody else cares about. But we have some stuff at the end, don't worry. But yeah, a lot of this shit, like, just nobody would care, but except for me. But I mean, this is my yap session, buddy. You could have clicked off this video, but if you're hearing right now, you're watching this right now. You're watching this. You're hearing me talk. So I mean, you're still here for the ride. I'm gonna continue talking about these characters that I want. Oh, this is a good one. I think this is one that people would want. Like the Super Saiyan 2 Future Warrior in black. This is basically Super Saiyan 2 Future Gohan. I mean, I could just leave it off at that. I could literally just leave it off at that. Hey, Super Saiyan 2 Future Gohan, just because Future Gohan has a lot of fans. Future Gohan is cool as fuck, by the way. But, I mean, this would technically be Super... So his name would technically be Super Saiyan 2 Future Warrior Black Dark Dragon Ball Power. I think that would be his name, which is a long-ass name. But he does do like a little rush attack into a Kamehameha in the arcade game. And he does have a couple moments in the show when he's fighting God Trunks, which were in regular Super Saiyan, but they could just give it to this guy. And I mean, I don't really have much to say about this. I mean, I feel like it's kind of simple. I mean, I know we've been getting a lot of great Gohans in both games lately, but I mean, they could do Super Saiyan 2 Future Gohan. I mean, at least it's Future Gohan. I think personally, Future Gohan is my favorite Gohan, but I don't know. I think this guy could make a decent... He could be a Dokkan Fest, in all honesty. Or even just like a banner unit with the intro. But yeah. Next up, we have UI Goku and Jiren. This is a very interesting combination. I'm going to get one thing out of the way right now. Their links and categories would be in the mud. Their links would be terrible. Their categories, terrible. Like, they would just be on no teams, have no linking partners. But it's kind of a funny combination. I just thought about mentioning it. But yeah, first off, if you didn't notice, the poses here are the same as the LR4s from the 7th anniversary on Dokkan, which I'm assuming you know who I'm talking about, because I'm assuming everybody in this video, watching this video, plays Dokkan, because this video is centered around Dokkan music. I'm gonna mute Dokkan music, Dokkan, like the game. Sorry, I was gonna say I'm turning up the music again because the last song was pretty loud. This song is a little quieter though. But yeah, I mean. And the 4s did come first, by the way. They took this from the 4s. But, definitely, I mean, I feel like this is a funny enough combination to make, like, a Dokkan Fest unit out of. But again, they would have no links in categories. I just thought this would be, like, a passing mention thing. I don't really think it's super likely that these guys get a unit, but it's funny. Like, it's just... This is literally the two guys that fight each other are teaming up. It's kind of like Goku and Frieza. It's not as crazy as Goku and Frieza, because Frieza's literally like an actual villain. Jiren is a good guy, technically. But this is like some Goku and Hit vibes. I just think it's kind of cool how they teamed up. But yeah, I'm gonna cut real quick. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I had to get some water real quick. My throat was feeling dry. Anyway, the next character, I did add a tab in here. My Glorious Queen. My Glorious Queen. Dark Demon Goddess Robel Dark Factor, whatever it's called. I like Robel. Okay, that's it. Moving on. We have this form of Demigra. I don't know what it's called. Like full power, super duper, big ass hands Demigra. I don't know what this is called. I don't know. This is kind of like Few, where I just added him because he is the final boss. I'm gonna be honest. I think this form is ugly. I don't like this design very much, but I mean, he's there. He's definitely there. He has like a giant like death ball type attack they could use for him. I think he'd be in the same kind of slot like Meki Kabura was in 2021, where they drop like a unit and he's just like the antagonist. They just drop him because he's the antagonist. But Meki Kabura is actually cool though. That's the difference. I mean, I like Demigra, just not this. I don't really like this form of Demigra. But yeah, anyway. So we are now going to move on to the section of the video where we talk about what I think could be LRs. So as you see on the screen, the first thing I'm choosing is hit Gogeta and Jiren. You can see Jiren, he's kind of like covered by the speed lines and like the light and stuff, but he's back there. He's there. But this is the team up that was made to defeat Hearts. And I just think like I was kind of surprised when they didn't do like a Gogeta like this in 2022. Instead of the Limit Breakers, I was expecting it to be like a Gogeta Blue with Hit and Jiren, and for the next year to be the Limit Breakers with like Janemba and stuff. Honestly, I was thinking like it would be a Gogeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, and be like Slash Hit and Jiren, like it was going to be a standby, because this was by the time standbys were introduced. Actually, no, it wasn't. I'm stupid. Not a standby, but like an exchange. Sorry. Not a standby, exchange. I meant to say exchange. But he like exchanged into like Gogeta Hit and Jiren, and they would do like the big attack or whatever. They do like the Kamehameha, the Power Impact, and random hit Ki Blast, because Hit never does Ki Blast. I have no idea what his Ki Blast would be called. I'm just gonna call it the hit cannon. The hit cannon. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, I mean this was used to defeat the big bad of the arc. They have like, again, it could start out as solo Gogeta Blue. It could actually be a standby, where it starts out as Gogeta Blue. They take his animations from the show, and then you have a standby and a Hit and Jiren while they hold. Maybe they like hold the enemy off while he charges the Kamehameha, and then the failed finish skill will just be him doing the Kamehameha by himself. The successful one will be all three of them blasting together, which I think could be a very insane animation, because this is not a combination you would ever think to see. It's like only in Heroes type shit, but yeah, I think it'd be cool. I think people would be relatively hyped for this. I mean, it's Gogeta. So, next up, I guess it's called the Harmonic Kamehameha, because I'm looking at the URL. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. This is the big ticket character. If you had to ask me which character in Heroes would I think would make the most money if they were to drop right now, it's this guy right here, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta. Everybody wanted him last year because they saw Crimson Mask Saiyan, they saw Limit Breaker Vegito, mostly Crimson Mask Saiyan, because this is the guy that fought Crimson Mask Saiyan. They're like, oh, where's Gogeta Blue Evolution? Is he gonna have an LR or what? Well, first off, I do definitely think he's worthy of an LR. He has more than enough animations to be an LR. In the arcade game, he has a card from Big Man Mission 10, where his super tag is kind of like reminiscent to the Dragon Ball FighterZ dramatic finish. It's like that combination he does, where they like smash together all the different attacks he does in a random order, and he ends with like the big punch. You can do that. He has a Big Man Mission 11 card, where he does like it's kind of like, what is it? It's like a God Punisher. It's like the first two blasts of the God Punisher. Then he like teleports you and does a Kamehameha. That could also be a good super attack. He has like the barrage of punches he does in the anime. His active skill, it's like right after the shot, where he does like the gigantic punch versus Crimson, and just like disintegrates him from existence. That could be a crazy active skill. Like I could imagine that with a fucking crazy ass OST over it. Like that would go so insane. I think that would definitely be crazy. Again, if you were to ask me what Heroes form character whatever would make the most money, this guy. This LR Blue Evolution Gogeta, drop him, everybody and their mother is summoning. Probably. I would assume if you were to drop like an LR Gogeta, most people are just gonna summon. Especially like, even if it's just Heroes, I think there would be some people that would be turned off by it because it is Heroes. But still, I think the majority of people, even if they don't really like the Heroes team, would probably just summon for this guy anyway. Unless he was like Omega restricted. Like, the pun is not intended, but like Omega restricted like LR Omega on GT bosses, which like he can't be ran outside of it. That wasn't intentional, but I mean that works as a comparison. Like if they don't do that, if they make him at least decent off crossover, like a lot of people are gonna summon for this guy. Even if he's not that great, people are just gonna cope for this guy anyway, just because of how cool he is. I'll admit, Blue Evolution Gogeta is cold as fuck. Especially in the I think the anime is like a rare moment where I think the anime does it the best. Because I believe in the card game and in the manga, he defuses before he beats Crimson. Anime, he actually just... he wipes Crimson out of existence. Like, the anime... This is like a rare moment where the anime version of Heroes was the best version. So, I mean, yeah. I get... This is like instantaneous moneymaker right here, but... If you don't want to do Blue Evolution Gogeta, you could always do Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We got, we did get the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta last year, and I guess they consider this different enough from, Super Saiyan, where is this? The regular Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to be a different unit. So they could definitely do his name would be Super Full Power Saiyan for Gogeta Zeno Limit Breaker no, Super Full Power Saiyan for Limit Breaker Gogeta Zeno. I thought the Limit Breaker was in parentheses. I don't know why, but this guy also has more than enough animations for an LR as well, because he has a Big Bang Mission 11 card where it's like the first two blasts of the God Punisher, but it's like fireballs. And by the way, he has more animations than Blue Evolution Gogeta. He has a Ultra God Mission 6 card where he does like 100 times Big Bang Kamehameha. It's kind of like the Fighters one, where Goku and Vegeta appear behind him. It's sick as hell. Ultra God Mission 7. It's like a reverse Stardust Fall that he fires upwards, and it's like fiery. And then Ultra God Mission 8, which he has a dual card with Vegito Blue, where he does like a Soul Puncher and like drives it into the opponent's chest and shoots them up in the air. And he does like an invisible, like where he like crosses his arms, he like attacks you with his eyes, whatever it is. That would be a great animation too. Especially like the soul, like, I don't know why, but him driving the Soul Punisher to your chest is so hard to me. I don't know why. But he also stuff in the anime. He has like a Big Bang Kamehameha. He fires upwards, and like he has like the little spinny kick he does versus Broly, which I think could be cool in the game. But this Gogeta has more than enough animations to be an LR. Or you could just do both of them in the same card. I mean, you can just... Nothing is stopping them. Nothing is stopping them from just doing this. In fact, nothing is stopping them from just doing this. You could get... We already have the Limit Breaker Vegito. But this Vegito... Just technically Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, parentheses, Barrier. Is like Barrier Super Saiyan Blue because he has the barrier around him. This was to counter the energy of the Universe Tree when he was fighting Dark King Fu. And they could just do this. They just make a dual unit. They do like an active skill like this. This is like this image of the active skill, like the double final Kamehameha. They could just do that. They could also do this. This is like the only high quality card I could find out of the ones, because they only started posting the HD arts during Ultra God Mission for some reason. So actually, some of you guys might not recognize this because this wasn't in the show or the manga, but this was the main secret rare of Ultra God Mission A, as you can see in the top right of the card. Yeah, Blue Vegeta, Limit Breaker Gogeta. This is the card that I mentioned where he has like the animation where he drives the Soul Punisher in the chest. I think this one, Vegeta just has like a sword flip thing. But yeah, I actually do remember in Meteor Mission, they did drop that card. What was it? It was Super Gogeta and Super Vegito, where they have like a unique animation together. They could do that. And also, I didn't pull them. I could also mention they did the Final Shine Kamehameha with like GT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They could definitely do that. Could be its own card. I feel like, I mean, they could just give that to Limit Breaker Gogeta if they wanted to. In fact, I actually forgot to pull them up. I should have pulled them up. But Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta could also use a card as well. He could do the Atomic Kamehameha. He could do the Soul Judgment, which he does in the arcade game. I mean, they could add that as well, but I think they would probably prioritize Limit Breaker, because that's like the hero's original thing. Even though Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken technically is, but it's just Kaioken on Super Saiyan 4. I mean, this is just recolored Super Saiyan. You get what I'm talking about. But they could definitely do Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken. In fact, I don't think they'll do this, but it would be cool to me if they do a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Zeno that has like branching transformations. You could either go into Kaioken or into Limit Breaker. I don't think they would do that. I don't think they haven't done branching transformations before, which I think they'll probably do eventually. But I think that could be cool when you could choose, maybe like Kaioken's more damage-oriented and then Limit Breaker's more defense-oriented. Damn, I should have pulled Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta up. I wish I did, but I mean, good thing I mentioned him at least. But, yeah, next is this like fusion of Ki, Goku, Blue, and Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This was in the Big Bang Mission arc. This was in one of the final episodes, in which Cronoa like fused their Ki together, and then it became stronger. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be like this fusion of Ki moment, but it could just be Blue Goku and Zeno Goku like together. It could just be them normally. That could be an LR. I feel like that, like the two Gokus together should be an LR. I feel like that wouldn't be a TR. I feel like that would be an LR for sure. But I mean, yeah, that's about it. It's just Goku and Goku. And I mean, this like aesthetic with like the little time Kai symbol in the back and then like the yellow aura. I think this definitely looks really cool. I think for sure. But yeah, there's that. Then we have immediately after that. This is Universal Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which was in the actual final episode of Big Bang Mission, where Goku absorbs the energy out of the Universe Tree that Dark King Fu made. And I just think, first off, I just love the color of his hair. Like, you have the dark blue, like, outline, and then you have, like, the light blue inside. I think that looks, like, so beautiful. Like, this color of blue was so good. I don't know what's going on with his skin. I think he's, like, losing a ton of blood or something. I don't know. Why is he, like, yellow? I don't know. But I do not know. But, yeah. I mean, he has cool attacks. He has, like, a gigantic, like, super Kamehameha. In fact, I shouldn't have closed the tab, but they could do, like, a unit where it's, like, Goku and Goku, like, Blue Goku and Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then they stand by into, like, Blue Goku absorbing the energy, and then the finish skill is, like, kind of like how Ant LR Full Power 4Ku works, or, like, HLR Jiren works, where he transforms into a Universal Blue for the rest of the battle. I think that could work, too. Or they could just make this guy stand alone. He does have a different name. It's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Power of the Universe Tree. But yeah, Universal Blue Goku definitely an LR. And then the final LR, I think this, out of all the things in the list, this one cannot be a TUR. I'm going to be honest. I cannot envision it as a TUR. But you all know this. This is the Generational Kamehameha from the final episode of Ultra God Mission, which I'm going to be honest, this would have been a way better finale than what we got. They should have just ended with this. I'm going to be honest. They should have just ended with this. But I mean, like, even if you don't like heroes, bro, it's Goku, Bardock, and Gohan doing a generational family Kamehameha. Like, how is that not cool? How is that not sick? Like, this is beautiful shit, honestly. Like, we got, like, UI in Super Saiyan 4, and then we got just, like, Super Saiyan 2 together. And especially because I feel like it's made even better because like, you know, Bardock finally gets to reunite with his son, and then Future Gohan finally gets to reunite with his dad. I feel like Future Gohan, like, really makes this, like, feel more special in a way. But I mean, obviously this would be their active skill. Like, yeah, this would obviously be their active skill. And then they all did get separate cards in not Meteor Mission, Ultra God Mission 10, I believe. It was 10 or 9. Where they all got their separate cards, and they could just use those. They could just combine those to make the super attacks for this unit. But I think this would probably be behind, like, the fusions as one of the most hype options they could do. I think a lot of people would like this moment. Their categories would be decent. I mean, they'd still be on Goku's family. And depending on how they do it, they could make it start as UI Goku. Maybe he'll be on Pure Saiyan's Realm of Gods that way. And then he, like, standbys. And then, like, this is a finish skill or something like that. But yeah, I think that's it for the characters that want LRs. Is there anyone else I can think of? No, I can't really think of anyone else that would like to get an LR. But, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to me talk for, how long is this? Well, this recording is 14 minutes. I don't know how long the other one is. But yeah, thank you for listening to me talk, about characters that maybe some of you don't even know about some of these guys. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which probably the next video is probably just going to be a gameplay video.